Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to the 5 keys to manifesting the life you want. So just take a moment right now and drop into what it is you want. And I'm going to make you really jealous by telling you that right now I'm in the Greek Isles. I'm at an all-inclusive resort, 5-star, all-included food. I'm actually having a Kahlua and coffee, which is, unusual for me, but we're on a splurge vacation. I've been here actually for a month during the times of the coronavirus and the wildfire, and living in abundance. Let's just put it that way. And I have a child. I have a baby that's 2 years old, and she is so sweet and lights up my life. Anytime I'm happy, I just look at her. And I'm doing what I am passionate about, what I love. I mean, that really is your key to excellence, is when you're making money doing what you love. Okay, so drop into what it is that you really want. So, and create a vision of it. So before we even walk through the 5 steps, you have to be clear about what it is that you want. So you can either think about one specific thing, like I want a new car, I want a new red Mercedes, or I want a boyfriend. The more specific, the better. I want to pay off all my debt, whatever it is. Just go ahead and envision that which you want right now before we even begin with the 5 steps. Okay. And once you have it, the first key I'm going to introduce is about the manifestation clocks. And what this means is that this is a dichotomy that things happen when you're ready, like when the timing is right. And at the same time, there are things that you could do to speed time. So I'm going to actually do a screen share here and show you just a little bit about what I am talking about. Let me, okay. Yeah. By manifestation clocks. Okay, so this is a little drawing picture I drew of manifestation clock. So from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock is survival, 3 to 6 is gathering, 6 to 9 is sorting, and 9 to 12 is manifestation. So in order to manifest, you have to be in the manifestation quadrant. Simple as that. And there's missing gaps, missing pieces if you're in any of the quadrants. And the important thing to know is that you're right where you need to be. So the thing that's most important to speed up the clock is to be in acceptance of where you are. For a lot of people, especially a lot of people who are attracted to my work, are in the gathering phase, gathering of information phase, which I was forever doing, about 25 years of transpersonal work. I mean, my whole resume of the things I've done and the things I've helped with and the programs I've been through is huge. And I was a student forever. And at the same time, when I was a student, I wanted to be in the manifestation quadrant, but if I had just settled a little bit more into the gathering phase, it could have happened a little earlier, possibly, okay? And so in a moment, I'm gonna look at where you are, if you would like me to, on the manifestation clock. For the people who are here live today, and I know it's a very unusual hour that I'm teaching this class, so a lot of people, I'm just gonna send them the recording. So we have our bodies. Our bodies are our physical body, our skins and our bones. And we have our being, which is our spirit and our personality. And our body and our being, first of all, must be in alignment. And they must be in alignment in whatever quadrant you are on. And there's nothing wrong with not being in the manifestation quadrant. I spent a lot of time in gathering and to be a student, and sometimes we're in survival. You know, maybe we have a loved one that's died recently, or we suddenly lose our job. And we're gonna run through all 4 quadrants all the time. So acceptance and then seeing what the gaps are that you need to get to bringing you towards the manifestation program. I have a manifestation program, which at the very end, I'm going to speak a little bit more about. And my goal of my manifestation program is to ease the gaps to bring you closer to the manifestation quadrant. So I'm going to work with 2 people, Jolene and Anu. And I'm going to first ask you just tell me in a phrase or a sentence what it is you want to manifest. And I'm going to shut my eyes. I'm going to go into a psychic space. And I'm going to tell you where you are on your manifestation clock. So let's start with you, Jolene. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay. A life of less material abundance and more abundance of living.
Okay. So I'm going to take out the first phrase that you said, and I'm just going to focus on the second phrase, abundance of living. Can you tell me like one specific thing that means for you? Because abundance living for me is, I'm sure, very different from abundance living for you.
Of not always being in a state of doing. I don't necessarily require a lot.
So you want to receive.
Yes. And I just, yes.
Yes. Okay. I can envision you in a state of receptivity. Okay. So for that, you are clearly at the 7 o'clock. And so body and being, your being's just a little bit before the 7 o'clock. And let me see if I could get any information about this. Yeah, your body's your nervous system's been hijacked right now because of the hurricane and the traumas that are going on around you right now. And it's pulling you towards the survival quadrant, but because you're so strong and you've done so much work on yourself, you're like, okay, I'm not going there. But your body definitely wants to go there. So you're having a tug of war. And you're also somebody who could kind of go back and forth in minutes between the two. So just to actually receive is something I'd be happy to work with you more on, but it's something that you actually have lack of permission around, like a guilt, like why should I be relaxing and receiving? Why my whole town is in uproar? So,
yes.
Okay. All right. Yes. And on you?
Cry.
I know, honey. I want to give you a hug, and I get where you're at.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Anu, let's go to you.
Yes. I'm a unitasker. I can do focused work, but I'm always in a multitasking scenario and I'm never comfortable. And I have a lot of creativity that wants to express itself, and I also want to be out there and help people. And the only way to do is to be more self-confident or whatever. More.
Okay, let's just focus on let's focus on one thing right now.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you where you are on the clocks for that.
Okay. You want me to say the one thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to be more creative.
Okay, so open up your creativity. Yeah, you're actually right below the 6, and this probably entails some of the other things you said. And so you're still in the gathering. You're almost ready to go to sorting, and you're just also, because of your empath and all the world events, you feel kind of your brain is in a scramble, let's say, and so you're just kind of like, let me. Your work right now is finding inner peace of mind and owning your truth, like your clarity of what's true for you versus how the world is pulling you right now. You're very pulled by your children, I see, maybe family, I should say. And okay, so acceptance of the current state. This is true for you, but it's true for everybody. So rather than you feeling like I should be somewhere else, just go ahead and take a breath. And this is everybody on this call. Just go ahead and take a breath into where it is that you are right now. Okay, and then the moment we're going to move into the second key for manifestation. I'm setting the vibration right now for everybody on this call and everybody who's listening to the recording later to be in a state of acceptance of where you are. Sure, there's logic, there's goals, there's things you could do, but we don't want to spend too much time and future time thinking about what we should be doing. Right here is the perfect place for you. Okay, key number 2 is believability. You must believe that you could have it. You must believe that you must see yourself in the full experience of that which you want. And I guarantee that if you don't have whatever it is that you say you want, there's a limiting belief standing in the way. And in my manifestation group, I will go through and tell you specifically what the main limiting belief is. Sometimes there's a few limiting beliefs, what the main limiting belief is for you to work with, to clear. And I have some belief change meditations that I'll leave a link to here for you to do your own inner work to clear those limiting beliefs. Along with that, I'm going to add that with the believability key is that there's a part of you that actually believes that having that is bad or wrong. And this might be very deep in your subconscious. So as an example, I was thinking about this yesterday when I was looking for a mate. I was looking at where inside of me did I find that having a partner was bad or wrong. And then I thought to all the times that I looked at couples, like the ideal perfect couples, with envy and then had judgments around the woman, like, oh, the man's just providing for her and she doesn't have to do any of her own work, kind of. I looked at those thoughts that I was having back then. And then I saw, okay, well, that was really working against me. So there was parts of me that believed I was unlovable and unworthy of love. And then there was parts of me that just believed that having what I wanted was actually bad. So just take a moment and check in inside. What is your limiting belief that is standing in the way of you having what you want? And might there possibly be a part of yourself that feels like you're bad or wrong if you did have that very thing? Okay, and now we're going to move on to key number 3. And key number 3 is an essential one. And that is that you must be grounded. You must be in your earth energy, your feet, your first chakra. Oftentimes when people really want something, that brings their energy up and out. I want the ice cream cone. I want that lover. I want the money, whatever it is. And also when we have a lot of creative ideas, that's cosmic energy. That's up and out. Nothing's wrong with that. But in order to manifest your dreams, there must be a balance between the upper and the lower. Bringing your energy down into your lower body is also an insurance policy to prevent against injuries and accidents like car accidents. So just take a moment and think for yourself, hold your vision and see if you could have a grounding cord underneath your body or underneath that vision. And a grounding cord is simply like a tree trunk. Or you could also think about literally just your feet, the soles of your feet, whatever it takes to bring your energy down into your legs, into the soles of your feet, and into the earth. Go ahead and do that right now. Okay, key number 4 is it's your havingness level. You must believe that you can have it. It has a lot to do with receptivity. And right now, a lot of women are stepping more into the masculine leadership. And that's throwing them off from the feminine receptive. So nothing's wrong with being in the masculine or being in the feminine. The only issues are when you shut down the other and you create a block on your receptivity portal. So just think right now, to what degree are you actually even giving yourself permission to receive this? And in my manifestation group, I actually take a gauge and we start off by looking, what's your receptivity level here? And then we do a healing that brings your receptivity higher. So what is it for you right now? And you could also ask yourself, what might I need to do to bring my receptivity level up just a little bit more? Go ahead and give yourself permission to just raise it a few degrees more. You're doing great. Okay, wonderful job, everybody. And the very last key is about releasing it to the universe. So anytime you want something, it's very energetic and easy to kind of hold onto it and pull it in. Yet, you know how it feels for somebody to want you like in that energy. It's off-putting. And that's how the universe responds to that. So I'm going to walk you through the last step. And it begins with first getting clear of that which you want. So everybody hold the vision of that which you want. See it, taste it, feel it. See yourself walking into that vision completely. You could allow yourself to have it right now. And then on the count of 3, I want you to envision yourself releasing it out to the universe like you're releasing a bird. 1, 2, 3. And I want you to release it completely away and off of you into the ethers. Because the universe has now heard your call. You have put it very precisely and very clearly out into the world. So good work for that. And for the rest of the day and the next few days, you no longer need to think so deeply about what it is you want with that kind of vibration. If it happens to cross your mind, it's okay. Yet know that your work for right now around it has been done. I mean, you might need to take some action steps, you know, like if it's looking for a job, you might need to actually go on to the classifieds. But in general, release yourself completely for that holding energy and vibration. It's so easy to get insular when we're on the journey of seeking that which we want. But now I'm asking you to expand this feeling outward to the space around you. See if you could expand it a few inches from your body outside of your aura. And with this, I want you to expand the feeling from your heart of love. Because the truth is, it's like the laws of the universe is that when we want others to have it, then that comes back to us eventually. So let's widen our peripheral vision and help others to have what they want at the same time. And I'm not talking about necessarily your intimate partner. I'm talking about a wider frequency out into the world. And see if you could actually merge your energy with the collective consciousness around you. Because it's so easy, especially now with all that's going on in the world, for us to get so insular. But really what we want and what we need right now is more connection and more support. And when we feel the interconnected fibers from other people that are maybe going through their own things or going through similar things as you, then that really connects the field. So really tap into the energetic field. Let's say this is step number 6, is tapping into the energetic field around you. And at the same time, connect into your heart and see what is your truth in your heart at this very moment. And your truth might be something that pertains to you and your desire, or it might be something about the collective consciousness around you. And we're going to end once again with sending the light from your heart out into the world. And as we do that, the waveforms, the filaments from your heart connect into the field around you, into the people on this call, into the people who are listening to this later, into your town, into the unified field. And know deep in your heart, if this is meant to come to you, it will, because the universe really has your best interest in mind. It wants you to achieve your desires and your wants. Take one last deep inhale and one last deep exhale, releasing it completely from your space. And now let's set the vibration for a peaceful, restful night's sleep. And with that, I'm going to ask you to take in the color Tranquility Blue. This is for peaceful, restfulness, tranquility. Let that come in through the crown of your head. Let it trickle from your throat, down your shoulders, down your arms, out through your fingers, torso, belly, pelvis, legs, knee, lower legs, feet, and into the earth. And envision yourself having a really peaceful, restful night's sleep. And most likely, if you listen to this entire class, the healing will continue with you as you sleep through the night. And with that, we are complete with today's workshop.